Child on an airplane for the first time. I don't remember if I too was afraid, but I do remember when the sky was our thing. I could say the word flight, and then instead, none would hear the word fight spill from my jaw. The last time it took a punch, I was in the boys' bathroom surrounded by boys as a boy unleashed his fist into me. I returned the favor into his gut and ran. Moments before, he had called me gay, but I wasn't sure why I had to defend my glee, scarce as it was. Hours later, a mess of tears ran through me as I was pulled from gym by the principal and suspended for defending what little parts of myself I could still call mine. I don't know why this is the story I choose to tell, but I do know that I may forget it once we take off, shedding the skin that everyone fears of releasing towards the sun. Beautiful, isn't it? To be able to leave behind this world, its lost and angry boys.
Woo! Woo!
If every day above ground is blessed, then when will we sip a wine that does not flow from the wounds hollowing our bellies? Where does this vineyard lie? The one where our blood remains just that. Every day I crawl out of this cage, elbows crimsoned and so fine, so aged with the sky's knees in my back. My cries flutter, and my throat loosens to make space like a prison emptying its cells into the earth below the earth. Now here I am, miles away and leagues above, watching my cousins drown in someone else's comfort, another's desire for luxury. Cursed, I watch the lexicon grow, and God I find in every throne I lust. I shook God in every breath I'd hush, and whispered, I'm king so long as I'm able. I'm good so long as I'm feared. I'm full so long as I'm stable. I'm prey so long as I'm here. The summer my cousin went missing. I should have asked how Rachelta was holding up, but I knew where she would be, her body weary and unkind, buried in the day's tasks, back turned to the home she grew up in, seeds in the farm soil like miracles sprouting as she tends to them. Is this not always the case? Child upon child goes, and someone's mother is no longer that. My aunt, a mother herself, looks for a moment away. Nothing she plants has roots long enough to hold. She turns back anyway, looks ahead. If we are too caught up in the end, like boys fleeing from the day's news, eyes worried about that which we cannot control, however will we stay fed? However will we live long enough to grieve? Senzontle. Okay. Senzontle. I feel like they like that word.
Yeah.
Senzontle by Marcelo Hernandez Castillo. Because the bird flew before there was a word for flight. Years from now, there will be a name for what you and I are doing. I licked the mango of the sun. You blew out the flame from a match. The night was heavier than the light it hushed. The pockets of unsteady light, the bone, the seed inside the bone, the echo and its shape, hojas de roble folded into dolls kneeling in prayer. Call it wound, call it beginning. The bird's beak twisted into a small circle of awe. You called it cutting apart. I called it a song.
So, what is the role of beauty?
I don't even know, because all my answers are probably going to be starting off with that. But I would say, because I don't think that every poem is beautiful, right? Like, I don't think all my poetry is beautiful, but I do find beauty in being able to distill a narrative into a page. And so for me, I think that the role of beauty, whether it be a poem or the world at large, it goes back to movement a little bit. I love the word movement, but I think it goes back to this idea of, I think growth. I think growth for me is what the role of beauty is for, because it kind of serves as this barometer. Like for me, beauty is, I hate this word so much. God, I'm so sorry.
Beauty?
Yeah, because I don't find many things beautiful.
Not because I don't want to, but just like, and this goes back to the question we talked about earlier before the interview started, which was about how, what it's like to be in 2020 and existing. And I just like, because everything's always on in ways that it never used to be on, I don't think I'm ever even thinking about beauty as much as I'd like to. And like, beauty is nice, like I enjoy beauty, and maybe that's just me being cynic, but I enjoy beauty insofar as like we have these trees around us, there's these goats that love crackers, all those things are beautiful to me. But I don't know if it's, when I was younger, beauty used to be more salient for me. I think as I've gotten older, I've lost touch of that. And so I think as I'm thinking about this question, maybe the place of beauty is to serve as, I said barometer earlier, but I think the place of beauty is to serve as like kind of a benchmark for us to remember or remind ourselves of like reasons we have for existing and living and thriving. So I don't know.